feeling good?
Hey, I'm excited, bro.
Nice. You're looking cool there.
Shot. Rosa, December, you make me feel good, baby. Come on. My name is Vikesh Harripersadh. I am a professional teacher by day, maths and science, primary school teacher. I think anyone who knows me knows that my creative outlet is music. Yeah, growing up, my eldest brother was a drummer, and we used to go to a very low budgeted church that didn't have a venue. So all the instruments used to be housed and stored at our house, in our lounge basically. Literally 9 years old, I can still recall and still picture it in my head sitting in the lounge watching my bro playing drums. And then when he would wander off with his friends, like, and go away, and they would go and play football or whatever it is, I would mimic him or mimic what he used to play. And eventually I just picked it up. From 9 years old playing drums to like 13 playing acoustic guitar. By the time I was 15, I was playing electric. Piano was the one thing that eluded me, and it was like my kryptonite for a long time. And I was like, what are these black and white keys? Until lockdown, I was like, no, man, I'm going to conquer this thing. And now I can play a little bit of piano, I can say. And then I'd say until I was 18 or 19 years old, I realized I can actually sing. Yeah. So, yeah, now I lead worship, sing, write my own music, compose my own stuff.
You want to explain to me your setup you got here, Vix? How does it work?
Pretty simple. Very untidy, but very simple. But I think any muso's setup is very untidy. MIDI keyboard, M audio into my MacBook. I've then got an audio interface called Focusrite Scarlett. I've got the 18.8, and then I've got my studio monitors, which are two Rockets 8 inches. My acoustic guitar, electric's not with me, but if I need it, it's at church, I get it. I plug him in and then I record. And I use a digital audio workstation of Logic Pro. I think it's not only changed my life and not only shaped my life in many facets, but it's also shaped my identity in some areas. I still remember there was a time when I was in high school, people used to call me Vix the drummer. If it wasn't for music and worship, I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have met you.
That's true. Sure.
It has taken me to places I never thought I could even reach. Like even being a worship leader. I never thought about that. Never thought it was even possible. And also playing with some of my best friends, like Nolan Blacks we've been playing music together from like grade 6. Yeah, we had a windy house, a tuck shop. My dad lost his job and he opened a tuck shop to try and make ends meet, and we put all the instruments in the tuck shop while there's a fridge and BB bread and everything, and we jamming in this tuck shop. And the highlight of that memory is that while we were jamming, myself and Nolan, the police shows up, and we got this peep window at the tuck shop where the customers would come, and we don't know if we should stop jamming or find out why the police is here. And they're bobbing their heads too, so we're like, okay, these guys are vibing, so never mind, let's keep going. Meanwhile, some angry neighbors phoned them and complained about us. Yeah, but that's one of my best memories. Like Nolan and I were practically kids. We're 11 years, 12 years old, jamming in a windy house, and here we are, like 20 years later, still playing together. So that's one of the best feelings. I think playing music with people who I love and are very close to me. I never knew how big it was an impact when, like, people would just come up and say to me, like, thank you for that. Or I was having such a rough week, and that song you sang really, like, uplifted me and stuff like that. But the pinnacle of that is when I was 18 years old. I never knew I could sing. I was in university. and I was part of a youth group. And this guy came up to me and he said, "We want you to sing a song in a concert that's coming up, and we want you to write that song."
Sure.
And at first I thought he was talking nonsense. Like this guy's mad. Like, I don't write music. And eventually he kept on persisting, and then he mentioned it in the meeting, and now I can't back down. And I wrote a song, and it was quite an emotional song, and it's like this journey of this person going through life, and like at the crossroads and stuff, and basically it's about someone contemplating suicide. And I sang this song, and there was like 4 people in that crowd out of like 200 or so came up to me after that and said, "I was going to kill myself this week." I cried. I literally remember the one girl, like, I cried when she told me that. So yeah, that was like the start of it, when I realized, you know what, it's a gifting that I got in my life, but I don't want to take it lightly. You know, it's something that God has put into my hands, that it's definitely not just for me and my enjoyment and my space, but it's also to bless others with.
And you've written another song now. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so yeah, we wrote a song called December. I want to write something and encapsulate pieces of life, I would say, that people love. And the song must not only send that message, but also when you hear it, it must give you that feeling of what it's encapsulating. Like if you listen to Bryan Adams, he immediately, like, you know, romantic space. You know, you listen to like Michael Bolton, you want to cry. You listen to Whitney Houston, you want to dance with somebody. You know, so like this song is called December, and when we think about December, I just want to encapsulate everything that we describe as December. You know, it came out through a sound. The song is literally 2 chords. And I was just jamming these 2 chords on a 4-count beat, and I was like, this sounds so tops, like. And I was just jamming with it. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what to sing with it. I really don't know what to sing with it. And I just came back from a talent show that I participated in, and I was super bummed about. I felt like I shouldn't focus on what's behind me. Let's focus on what's ahead of me. And in that space, it was around this August, September-ish time in the calendar. And I said, okay, what is ahead of me? I was like, you know what? December's ahead of me. Everyone loves December. It's like, December is not even a month. It's a vibe. It's a feeling. December is like that feeling. So what were we saying? And I was jamming with the guys at our band practice, and then it just came like, Rosa, December. Like both of them 2 syllables. I was like, it fits. The rest, literally, it's a blur. Like a verse came here, and then like, you know, the hook came here, but it literally started with a sound. This beat, and we've got that synced into another beat, which is giving drummers would know this, a 16th kind of vibe. The bass line brings everything together.
Really cool. Yeah. So cool. Who did the rap for you?
Our main man, Handsome.
Here we go. 2, 3, 4.
December is the time to chill. Scroll out my shorts and chill at the beach. Swimming with the friends and shy out my drinks. It's the daily trip, start on my trip. Chilling with the fam and the friends. Riding the meat and drinking with friends. I see no stress, we're feeling fresh. We're spending cash.
I cannot be singing about something deeply impacting me without you feeling it too. And that's real poetry. When you can read the words, but you can also feel the words. That sweet dance between a sound, a lyric, and bring it all together in a feeling. Because if the sound and the lyric go together, but it doesn't encapsulate the feeling, then we've got to go back to the sound and the lyric. Yeah. And for me, that's just my process.
Nice. And then, just for those who don't know, what does Waza mean? Just for those non...
For the international people, Waza means come. So we're saying, "Come December." So we kind of like inviting it in. The song actually is personifying December.
Time to remember, was that December? Was that December?
December. December. Nice.
Sick.